K975, home to the morning hustle, ayeeedubb, and I have a very special guest in the building.
Yeah.
Give it up for Reuben Vincent.
What's going down? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm blessed, man. I can't complain.
Yes. I heard you just celebrated a birthday.
Yes, December 31st.
How was it?
It was lit. You know, we ain't do nothing too crazy. We went to the bar a little bit, but I went and played laser tag with the fellas.
Where you play laser tag at?
At Frankie's.
Okay.
Yeah. We got real competitive in there.
Did you win?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
There was one game I won, and then the other few I came in like second, third place.
Okay.
But the dude who won was on my team, so
it evens out.
Yeah, we won regardless.
Yeah, I love that. Well, again, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Yes. And then it's no surprise that you rep Charlotte heavy.
You already know.
East Charlotte,
East
by the
Charlotte
way.
all day. East.
And then I lived in Charlotte for a little bit after I went to college out there.
Oh, for real? Where you go to college at?
I went to college at Wingate, which
Okay,
is more
okay,
Monroe.
I know exactly where. Yeah,
Okay,
I know exactly
that little college.
Yeah.
But so I know that. So East Side Charlotte, is that like Central Ave and stuff like that?
Albemarle Road, all that. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now Central Ave has changed a lot.
Definitely.
So what is like a good spot out there that like your favorite spot that's still out there, or maybe they took away and you mad about it? Like what happened? What's the favorite out there?
On Central Ave for me is Nia's Barbershop, and it's not even because it's a monumental place, but that's a sentimental place for me because I used to get my hair cut out of there, and this lady named Nia, she still cut my hair sometimes to this day when I needed like just a rush, and I go over there and pull up on her. She got the one chair in there by herself, but I was like 8 years old. I used to rap out of that barbershop. So that place, when you say Central Avenue, that's the first place I think about.
Okay. Is it more up or is it like down more toward like the downtown?
Yeah. I think Central Ave is closer to downtown. Like when you going like east, like it's like Milton Road, Albemarle Road, like over there. Like that's the east I'm more familiar with. But Central Avenue is definitely still east.
Okay. It's been so long since I've been like over there. And like I said, it's changed so much. So I'm like, it ain't even the same no more.
Nah, it's definitely not.
I used to love Central Ave. Like when Buffalo Exchange was there.
Yep.
And then like when I don't even think the Dairy Queen is there no more.
Oh, you talking about the Central Ave where social status is?
Oh,
yeah.
What other Central Ave is there?
No, but that's still it's still near there. Yeah, like the Nia's Barbershop is still near there. But you talking about that little strip? Yeah, they don't got the Dairy Queen over there no more. They don't got the Buffalo. They don't got the Buffalo Exchange over there no more.
Took that down.
And then they got the social status over there. They still got that Jamaican spot. They got House of Africa over there still.
Yep.
And my step pops used to work out of there when I was like 4 years old. So I used to be around in there all the time.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
Okay. So true. Like I said, we love Charlotte.
Of
you know
course.
Charlotte like nobody else, right?
For sure.
But you started out young. I read somewhere where Ninth Wonder reached out when you was like 17.
13.
But
he saw me when I was like 16, 17. Yeah.
Okay. So I know it's like it was through Twitter, right? So what was happening on Twitter, like with your name? Like was a song out? Was a project out? I know you went by another name.
Yep.
So what was going on where Ninth Wonder reached out to you at that time?
So ironically, I ain't even had that many followers. Somebody had tweeted Ninth, and I guess they came across. I had put out a mixtape, and I was recording off my Apple headphones, and the quality was trash, but I guess they heard the potential, and they text Ninth, and it was like, "Yo, I don't know this kid from anywhere." This person was from Oakland, and he was like, "I don't know this kid from anywhere. He's from North Carolina. Where you from? I think you should check him out." And Ninth just so happened to be having an off day on tour, and he was like, "I'm gonna check it out." He liked what he heard. I came down, started, recording over there, begging him to come back up to the studio all the time. And then when I turned 16, 17 years old, that's when he signed me to Jamla.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to think. Like, someone was looking at you at 13. You just kind of like you said, recording on your headphones. It sounded like, the sound wasn't even like all the way crisp and clear.
Nah, it was trash.
Dang. Did you think like at some point we're like, this ain't really Ninth Wonder? Like, this is like a parody account.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
for sure.
Something ain't right?
When I first seen it, I was like, nah, this is not his Twitter for real. And then I searched up Ninth Wonder's official Twitter, and it was the exact same one. So then I was like, okay, this is real. I ran into my mom. I was like, and my mom, she African. She don't really know who Ninth Wonder was until I had to tell her, break it down to her. So it was just a surprise to me. But, obviously, once I did my Googles and was like, okay, this is really his Twitter, I was like, okay, it's for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he invited you out to another big story is like he invited you to see Kendrick Lamar, right?
Yeah, yep.
And you had to skip prom for that.
Yep.
Now, as I got older, like I look back at prom like, okay, prom wasn't really all that. But I can see when you're young in high school and you think like, oh, I miss prom. Like that's such like a big moment that I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But, you said you want to skip prom and, dress up for the Grammys.
Yeah.
So did you ever think like at some point where it's like, am I growing up too fast? Like, I'm missing out on these like key core moments, but for the opportunities because they're coming so fast at such a young age.
Shoot, honestly, for me, I just didn't see the importance of prom for real. Like you saying, like you how you feel like it wasn't all that. I mean, you know, it's definitely monumental, and I definitely want in the future my kids to experience that. But I feel like for me, this is what I had to do now, and this is a moment I had to take. It's not often you gonna see Kendrick, especially he be in the duck or he be on the low all the time. Especially he was one of the artists that I look up to. And something had happened with the girl I was going to prom with, where it's like we kind of fell out. So I was like, man, I'm about to stun on everybody type. You feel me? So that was how I was feeling.
You know, I hated my dress. I hated my hair, my outfit. I'm not cool with the people I was with no more. So it was like, prom was really like just made up. Like the movies made it seem like we had to go.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was all this big thing. So
exactly.
Yeah. But Kendrick Lamar, prom, Kendrick
Lamar, yeah.
Period.
And I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? So like you saying, like I've always been like that. Like even when I was younger, like I know this probably sound bad, but I used to be in kindergarten telling kids like they ain't no Santa Claus for real. Like I was that kid. So
not you being that one.
Yeah, so I feel like I just always carried that, just being a realist. So even to the prom thing, like you saying, I feel like, you know, movies and stuff, and you know, I have this theory about like the Disney theory, where it's like the Disney theory makes everything look so like, oh, you got to go to prom, and they make everything the make believe stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was always like debunking all of that. So when it was like prom, so the junior prom was when I met Kendrick, and then my senior prom I had graduated early, and this girl had wanted me to go to prom with her, but at that time I was already past prom. I was like, I'm cool, I'm about to go to LA and go live life and stuff.
Like y'all can have y'all prom, like that's cool.
Right.
But you did end up going to A&T.
Yes.
So shout out to the Aggies.
Shout out to the Aggies, man.
And at this time you had a song on Madden, No Problems.
Yes.
And you were saying how you would go by the dorms and people be playing Madden and your song be playing. You're like, they don't even know it's me.
Yeah, exactly.
So is there anything else out there that you're a part of that we may not know was you this whole time?
That's a great question. Let me think.
Take your time. Maybe like, I always think of like the actor who was in ATL and he voiced or sang the Lion King parts, and like people found that out later that was him. So I'm like, is there anything like you maybe voiced or like was a part of?
I can't even think. I think that's the most one where people was playing it and I'm like, yo, y'all don't even know that's me. Like I'm going to class with these people and they talking about Madden, and I'm just in the back of the class like they don't even know my song on there.
You didn't even say nothing.
Nah.
You seen that meme where it's like the stick figures and it's like, oh, I like this song. And it's like, I don't even know why I like transition this or I DJ this.
Yeah,
like that
they sitting in the corner.
Yeah, in the corner. They don't even know it's me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I carried myself that way when I got on campus. Like, if you knew, you knew, but I didn't ever go into the room telling people I made music or who I was attached to, because I wanted people to rock with me for me. And I wasn't, you know, I wanted to build a rapport on campus just being Reuben first. So, you know, obviously stuff started happening, and then one day rap came and blew my spot up walking on campus with me, so then everybody found out. But I try to make it real low key at first.
I respect it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then people are putting you like all eyes and all ears on you. They look at you like up next, you're next up. You're like on the levels of Kendrick and J. Cole and things like that. And you had said your top 5 based on lyrical influence was Jay-Z, Nas, Andre 3000, Biggie, and Lil Wayne, which is very like, you know, music with a message, conscious rap. But do you have like a favorite guilty pleasure song that's not as thought-provoking? Like, I like Destiny's Child's Nasty Girl, the song with, like, Trey Songz and Kevin Hart, where it's, like, just silly, but it's good, too. What's, like, a guilty pleasure song?
I got a lot of those. A lot. I feel like I do. I got, like, a whole playlist called God Blessing All the Trap N-Words. Yeah, so I can't even give you just one. I just give you that playlist. Like, that's...
Ooh, okay.
It's a whole bunch of trap stuff on there, and it's not the most thought-provoking stuff, but I'll listen to that. That's probably one of my top 5 playlists that I play in the whip.
Okay, is that like public or you gotta like share it?
No, it's public on my Apple Music account. Okay. I'll send it to you when we done with this interview.
Okay, because I would love to know what you listen to that's not as, you know, deep and stuff like that.
Definitely like a lot of Chief Keef.
Okay.
A lot of Future. A lot of Lucky.
Lucky Day?
Nah, just Lucky with an I. Lucky, him. I listen to I've been rocking with this new artist named Lil Tyler. He hard. I rock with Lil Tyler. We was just talking about him. Yeah. Yeah, he hard. A whole bunch of people, but those definitely, Sosa and Future definitely get a lot of play in my whip.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. And I got a segment called Group Chat, which is kind of about like relationships and life and situations, things like that.
Yeah.
And you have the song out called Trickin' with
Mm-hmm.
Damani, which is T.I.
Yeah.
Sean.
Hey.
So I got to know, what is the most that you spent on a date? The most money.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really be spending too crazy on stuff like that. I feel like when you, how I want to say this, when you and you just be yourself, sometimes girls like spending on you.
Ooh,
I'm gonna just leave it like that.
That's the like the cheat code almost.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So like, what's like, if it's not an extravagant a number, was it like, 2 for $20? Is it like more of experience? Like I did a picnic for free on the low, and it was like
I
stuff like
mean,
that.
I've definitely done stuff where it's like I've, spent a whole bunch on clothes for a girl like that I was dating, but it was like we were dating. So, I've never been in a situation where it was like a girl I was just talking to and I'm just blowing money on her. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
because it's you getting it back. You know what I'm saying? Not even like you doing it to get anything back, but she gonna spend on you, you gonna spend on her. So it was more so that. But I've definitely, had some, I how do I want to put this? I'm trying to think of a date that I did that was like super fire. I, I mean, this girl came with me. I think the most dope thing was this girl coming with me to work, and not even work like, oh, we going to well, she did come to the studio, but like she got to see my lifestyle for a little bit for a couple days. You know what I'm saying? And I think just seeing how much I do in such short period of time, I think that was attractive to her, how busy I work and stuff like that. But we also got to like, go to the we was in Atlanta, so we went to the Martin Luther King memorial thing and just did a whole bunch of stuff around the city. But while I was there, I was also working too, so I think that was fun for her.
Oh, that was cute. That's a cute date idea.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to see you on the shade room and you spending like the roses on the floor and roll leaves in a couple
Come on now,
years,
that
like
ain't
tricking
P.
like that.
That ain't P.
Okay.
That ain't P.
But let's talk about that album, because Love Is War is out now.
Yeah.
And again, congratulations on the album and its success already. Like, I've listened to it front to back, back to front, round and round, side to side. It's a great album. That's
you.
not even like because you in front of me. Like, it's a great album, right?
Thank you.
So the last album you dropped, Boy Meets World.
Yes.
When you was 19.
Yep.
And you're 22 now. So it's been some years.
Definitely.
So what's the biggest like lesson you've learned from that, or the biggest change you've had to gone through, either like lyrically or just working with people? Like, what's the biggest thing you've learned in that time?
Being more personal, and maturity. A lot has happened in 3 years, and I feel like this project is way more personal than Boy Meets World was. I feel like Boy Meets World, I was just trying to find my footing. And though I have like thought-provoking records on there, I think I was just, Boy Meets World, like the track list is like, it's just a whole, me just trying different things, showing different things I could do. Where this one, it was like a full thought of knowledge of self and like, learning how to love myself and love other things and, maturing, going through stuff, being on campus and then leaving campus and then going through real life stuff. Like, I feel like all of that, inspired what the project is now. You know what I mean? So I think for me, the biggest thing is being more personal and maturity.
Yeah, because you definitely said a lot on this album. Like I said, I was trying to like read all the lyrics and try to get everything. And it's like, it's so much being said where it's like, you really have to take a couple listens to be like, I didn't know he said that or he worded it this way. So yeah, it's definitely dope.
Thank you.
And there's a lot, well, not a lot, but there's a couple mentions of Tupac on the album. And I saw another interview where you were saying like your dad had picked you up and he would play Tupac.
I was just watching the Tupac interview before I drove here.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
It was one from like 92. 92 was an early Pac when it was rare, but he was talking about, starring in Juice and then, not being a role model, but a real model. And I just like watching Tupac interviews because it give me motivation, you know what I'm saying, when I watch him. Just his thoughts.
Yeah, that man is just like, you could really like get lost in his interviews, like for what he like, what he thinks and like what he said, like
for sure.
That's deep. But I gotta know, it's like a personal question. But the song "Time Flies,"
yeah,
and it has a sample of Janet Jackson's song, and of course we all know Janet Jackson from Poetic Justice with Tupac.
Yeah,
was that like you did it on purpose or just because of the song? Because it ties back into Tupac.
It definitely was just because of the song, but
Okay.
It's funny because me and Knife just had to talk about doing something with the Poetic Justice movie for the video for Time Flies. So you on point a little bit.
Okay, look at me knowing. Okay. But I want to know, is there like a song on the album that you would have loved to have like a guest feature from Tupac that you could see him on?
If he was alive, bottle service.
Okay.
Bottle service. I think
Yeah.
Pac would have definitely ate on there.
Yeah, that's a good one with
Reason, yeah, yeah.
Ooh, now it's like we wish we could. If he was still here, we could have got it done. But
Hey man, he living through us. He living through me, Reason, Kendrick, a whole bunch of artists who's inspired by Pac. So even though he not here, I feel like he here in the flesh.
that's real.
Yeah.
Love that. And I also saw where you used to text Rhapsody about if lines were hot or not. Was there ever a line that you sent her and because she always said like don't text her no more basically
Yeah.
about that because she was like just focus and trust on yourself and what you want to put out there, right?
Yeah.
Was there ever a line that you asked her if it was hot or not and you really liked it but she didn't like it and you were like, come on, Rap, like I love this line, how come you don't like it?
That's a great question. I think it's been songs. Like it's one song I played her one time, and she was like, "I think you could do something better with this." And I just was like, "Yo, this is hard." It never came out.
Okay.
But it's been more like those times when I did. I think I asked her twice, and then the third time I was about to ask her, she was like, "Don't text me about no lines again. Like just trust your gut." But the first two, she was like, "Yeah, this is fire." Like,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying? So, but there's definitely I play her a lot of stuff. So I've played her songs in the past, and she'll be like, "Oh, I don't like this," but I think it's just preference. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Well, because now she's on the album.
Yeah.
She's on February 13th,
Yep.
which is another good song that a lot of people love. So how is it having her on an album now? Like, you know, she's been eyeing you. She, like, co-signs you. You was texting her, and now she, like, on a song. How was that feeling?
It feels good because I've been trying to get her on a record for the longest. I feel like, I mean, we've done records together in the past where it hasn't came out, but I've always wanted to put her on one of my albums, you know what I'm saying? And always do a record where I feel like both of us was lyrically, you know, here, you know, going with each other. So I feel like this time, you know, how do I want to say it? The alignment was there, the emotions was there, and the rawness of all of our verses. Like, we both talking about two different experiences, but how they simultaneously come together, I feel like it's super powerful, and I think it was perfect timing for us to do a record together.
I love it. Like I said, it's one of my favorites on the album. So I was like, and is that her doing, like, the background on the chorus, like that humming?
Oh, that's
not her?
That's this girl from who's working with 1500. I forgot her name. I can't remember, but yeah, she killed that though.
Love that. And then one more song I want to talk about is Monet, which of course is the love of money.
Yep.
And of course it's personification, and there's a lot of personification in rap all the time.
Absolutely.
Like Common's I Used to Love Her,
Yep.
Love for Hip Hop.
Yep.
You also got Nas's I Gave You Power, Illegal Guns, and
Yep.
The Community. And also Eminem's 25 to Life, which is also another like ode to hip hop.
Right.
So, and I know you love sneakers.
Yes.
So what sneaker would you write like a personification love rap song about? What you would do?
Got to go with the ones. Jordan 1s classic. Always. Always.
Yeah.
Always. They just special, and they the first ones. So.
Do you have like a line that you would like have in the song that you could like think of?
I
real
said
quick?
one time in a hold on, let me see. Let me pull up my notes because I
Okay.
wrote a line about this. Hold
Okay,
on.
let's see.
Let me see if I could pull it up.
Okay.
I said, working this forklift to the night shift, my mind drifts on this tightrope. Feel like Tyson, feel like Mike with these flights. The print I leave in the nights, they might ban me for the bread that I make here tonight. Now walk in my shoes. Bread ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I know you're big on the media tour now, the listening parties in almost every city. It seems like you're always doing a listening session, which I love.
Facts.
And you're here in Raleigh tonight for our own listening session at Social Status.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot going on, music videos dropping, more to come. I think you're like some Charlotte game you're going to be performing soon.
Oh, yeah.
Or something.
At a Hornets game for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, what else is, like, can we look forward to in the next coming months that, like, I know you're, like, promo heavy right now. So, what's next?
Shoot, more music. I'm just trying to I'm trying to get on the road as soon as possible. I'm ready to perform the new music. I'm already working on the next project that I've been working on that since last year. So, you know, we working on that too. I definitely want to get into, you know, more stuff just branding wise, you know, more merchandise stuff, you know, putting on my people with Thorough World. You know, that's my DJ Johnny Kane, my cousin Nuke, my boy Lonnie. Like, we all got some ideas and stuff that we about to start pouring out into merch, into videos, into little short film ideas and stuff like that. Like, I want to get into my acting bag soon too. So, you know, I'm just trying to dabble in everything and just make sure I'm cementing myself as, you know, one of the prominent artists of the next 10 years.
I love it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
For
amen.
sure. You got
Facts.
that. You got that sauce on you. That stank on you in a good way. So I'm excited to see what you come up with next. And one more question. I know you've already done like a lot because we talked about earlier how much like opportunities you've been given, like from the BET ciphers to being on Sway and everything like that. Have you? I know it's not done, but what's next that you really want to do? Like, is it winning awards, like the Grammys, like you said, or is it working with somebody? What's like a next like goal that you want to hit for this year?
My next big goal, I think, for me, is bridging the sound of my hip hop core and my African core and putting it in one.
Okay.
I don't think nobody has done it that way. You know what I'm saying? There has been people who attempted maybe, but I feel like I have a perfect opportunity and perfect lane to do it my way that it hasn't been done before. Take the tribal sounds of, you know, my parents who's from Liberia and bring them in and put them into the lyricism that I have, but also my southern roots, and then mix them all in one boiling pot and create a Reuben Vincent sound that hasn't been created by anybody else before. So that's what's on my mind right now. And then obviously I do want to get a Grammy one day. You know what I'm saying? I said that before with the Prom thing, so I'm definitely going to attack that. But, you know, I'm here to make timeless music, and I know that, you know, through timing and, you know, patience and persistence, all those awards and stuff is going to come. But right now, I just want people to put respect on my name and understand that what I'm here for.
Yes, respect the name, spell the name right.
Exactly.
Come on now.
You dig?
But Reuben, thank you so much for coming to the city. Like I said, you've been to Raleigh probably plenty of times. So,
Facts.
like, welcome back to Raleigh.
Thank you.
And I'm so excited to see what happens for you in the future, what albums will come up, the music video, if the How the Poetic Justice thing come about.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so blessed to have you in the station. Just bringing good vibes, good energy, and I wish you all the best. You'll be back, right?
For sure.
Okay.
I'm about to sign that wall, too.
Oh, yes, we got to do all that stuff. Yes, but check. What do I want to say? Yeah, keep it locked to K97.5. Reuben, thank you so much.
Thank you.